Hello friends, in today's lecture we have seen that how the node can be inserted into the linked list. We already seen that node can be inserted by three ways: at the beginning of the linked list, in the mid of linked list means in the given position, and at the last of the linked list. First, we have seen that how it is inserted at the beginning of the linked list. This is the algorithm this is the algorithm of inserting a node at the beginning of the linked list. The first step is to create a new node. The second, point to the next pointer to the first node, then point head to the new node, and enough. That is fourth is done. Now suppose this is the linked list in which three nodes are there. As you can see that here is the start, means the head pointer, in which the address of first node is stored, and this is the last node. Now I want to insert the node here. Okay, now in the linked list there are three elements: 10, 20 and 30. Now what is the first step of the algorithm? Create a new node. Create a new node which you want to insert, and we can say that the new node is the first node. Here we can create a new node by the algorithm we had seen in the previous lecture, that is struct node integer data and struct pointer link. Okay, now the node is created. It has two parts. This is the link part and this is the data part. In the data part we have insert the 40 element. Now the second step of the algorithm is point to the next pointer to the first node. Now this is the link part of the first node which is newly created, and this stores the address of this node, because now it will become the first node and it will become the second node. Now what is the third step according to the algorithm? Point head to the new node. Now this head represents the new node, that is the first node, because this node is inserted at the first position. Now the major task is to destruct his link, because head is pointing here and this link part is pointing to this node, and so on, so that the link is destruct here. Now the new linked list is formed. This is the first node, second node, third node and fourth node, and head is pointing to the first node. This is done with this algorithm. Okay, now the second algorithm is to insert a new node in the mid of the linked list, that is after a given node or at the specified location given by the user. Now again we see that these are the steps which you have to do during this process. First, traverse till the desired node n, create node n, link x to the x neighbors, link n to the x. Sorry. Now this is a linked list and we have to insert the new node at the third position, that is after second node, means after this node we want to insert the new node here. Okay, let's take an example. This is the linked list in which 10, 20 and 30 elements are present. Here is the head pointer which stores the address of this first node. Okay, now according to the algorithm, what is the first step? Traverse till the desired node n. Okay, Now we want to insert a new node at the third position, means we have to traverse up to the second node. Then create a new node X. According to the previous algorithm, we can create a new node in which also two parts are exist, data and link, and in the data part we put the 40. Now link X to the nth neighbors, that is x of next is equal to n dot x. Now this node is the n node and the new node is the x node. Now what we have to do, n dot next means this part is what this part stores, this part store the address of this node, but what now we do, now this part store the address of this node. Okay, and what these parts do, these parts do the this part stores the address of this node. Now link n to the x and again destruct this link. Now what happens, head stores the first node stores the second node stores the new node, that is the third position node, and the third node stores the fourth node, and this is done with this algorithm. Now the last algorithm is inserting a node at the end of the linked list. This is again the algorithm. You can see that create a new node, make a next pointer to the null, traverse up to the last node, point last nodes next to the new node. Okay. Now this is suppose this is the linked list and we have to insert the new node here at the end of the list. Let's take the example. We have to put the 40 element here. After 10, 20, 30, we have to put the 40 at the end of the linked list. According to the algorithm, first step is create a new node, which we had already seen in the previous two algorithm. Now the make a next pointer null. Now as this node is the last node, we should put end pointer here, because the last node stores the null value that indicates the this is the last node and the end of the linked list. Now this indicates the null pointer. Now traverse up to the last node. We have to traverse because we cannot jump directly to the third node. This is the drawback of the linked list. Now we have to traverse up to the 30. Now points the last nodes next to the new node. Now see, last nodes next means which part? This part. This part points to the new node, and this is done with the algorithm because here firstly here is the end. Now end becomes this node and the link of third node assigns to the fourth node. This is done with the algorithm. As well as we can see the deletion of the element from the linked list. As compared to the insertion, deletion is very much easier. Now how we can delete the first node in the list? First node in the list we have to delete. This node we have to delete. Here is only one step included in this algorithm, that is head is equal to head dot next, because if head is this which stores the address of the first node, but we want to delete the first node, then what will be the head stores? Head stores the address of this node. That's why the head dot next. Head dot next means this. Now the head represent the second node and we delete the first node. Very easy. Now delete a node at the specified location. Here traverse till the preceding node, and remember we have to travel the preceding node, not up to that node. Okay, suppose we want to delete a node at the third position after second node. We want to delete this node. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to delete the node 30. Traverse till the preceding node. Which is the preceding node of the 30? This is the preceding node of the 30. Now after traversing we put the link of node in which 20 is stored given to the new node, given to the fourth node which stores the 14, and remove the link between this. This is done with the algorithm. In the next topic we covered the types of linked list.